Today on the channel, we're looking at the Monday Night War WWE Elite Ringmaster on the way I got it figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? Way I got it figured, back with another WWE Elite Collection review. This time we're looking at Monday Night Wars Ringmaster. This is the initial character that Steve Austin entered the WWE as way back in 1996. And as you know, probably by now on this channel, I'm a big Stone Cold fan. It's even in the intro. And, I've reviewed several Stone Cold figures as well as other wrestling figures, but mostly Stone Cold Steve Austin. Always down for a good Steve Austin figure. This one being his earliest appearance in the WWF or WWE, if you prefer. And came in as the Ringmaster. Had Ted DiBiase as kind of his manager, and he had the $1 million title. And basically, he hated the gimmick, wanted his to do his own thing, and there was a whole process to that. But the Monday Night War series has given us out of 6 series, 3 of them have had a Steve Austin in them, and I'm always cool with that. And then they did another Ultimate Edition, Walmart exclusive. Well, they're all Walmart exclusive, but Ultimate Edition, which is also branded as a Monday Night War figure as well. So eventually I'll be getting that. But for now, we've got the Elite Ringmaster. So this is not the first time the Ringmaster has been made. This is actually an updated version of the previous version of the Ringmaster. It had pins and all of that. It was before we got to the modern day of elite figures. He builds the Gorilla Monsoon figure, and I think he comes with the legs. If I look, correct about that, I think he comes with the legs. But he's here, and we're going to check him out. Looking at the package, you got the smug smirk by the Ringmaster. Pretty cool there. Bigger picture of that smug look that he had. And authentic. Oh yeah, and I'm leaving out the fact that it's the greatest hits line of it's part of the greatest hits line. So they'll essentially, the greatest hits line are guys that they did before. And this is like updated versions of them. There you go. On the back, Monday Night War Greatest Hits, Ringmaster. From Victoria, Texas, 6'2", 188. Weight 255 pounds. Finisher, $1 Million Dream. Raw, January 8th, 1996. On the Brother Love Show, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, introduced the world to a man worthy of the $1 Million Championship, the Ringmaster. Career highlights: $1 Million Champion, Hall of Fame inductee. Which is interesting because Steve Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin, is inducted into the Hall of Fame. But I don't think he got inducted into the Hall of Fame as the Ringmaster. So it's kind of weird that they put that on there, but didn't put all of his other accolades on there. And as you can see, there's a cross sell on here. The other figures in the wave: Diamond Dallas Page, Ken Shamrock, Bret the Hitman Hart. Of all of these, Diamond Dallas Page is the hardest one to get. I would say the Ringmaster is the second hardest. And then I've already seen Bret Hart and Ken Shamrock starting to fill up pegs. But, they're all cool figures. Bret Hart's a WCW version, and Ken Shamrock is like when he first came in, is like the ultimate fighting machine or whatever he was calling himself. So, all cool. But the only one that really interests me is the Ringmaster. I'll probably get Diamond Dallas Page if I can find him. I have a really good friend who's a big Diamond Dallas Page fan, so there's that. All right, so we're gonna get the Ringmaster out and check him out. Okay, so we got the Ringmaster out of his package with all of his accessories, 2 extra sets of hands, and the legs to Gorilla Monsoon. So we'll go over that first. There's some legs. Pretty sure you can use them for any Build-A-Figure suited person. He's got dress shoes on. I think the last set of legs I got, um, is just some dot dress shoes. There's that. And then you've got the set of hands, and the most interesting ones are the sort of splayed hands. And I take these to be sort of how when he would start off the matches, he would have his hands splayed like he was gonna, like to initiate a grapple. And he had his fingers like taped up. They didn't do that for this, but I remember his fingers being taped up. So that's what those hands are. And then he's got some regular mic gripping hands, or if you want to, whatever, hold the title, whatever like that. Of course, he's got the $1 million title, $1 million championship strapped around his waist. And he's got his one elbow pad, very accurate. And he's got his green trunks. And very interestingly enough, his boots, I believe, are the same boots he had when he was in WCW as you know, as Stunning Steve Austin with the Hollywood Blondes, and he definitely started out as Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think still wearing these white boots. So there's that. So he got his knee pads. Pretty cool. A lot of accessories. Looking at his face, I think it's the same face as the old one, but he's got, the smug kind of look. They tried to mirror, I guess, the portrait on the box, but it doesn't look quite as good as that. But it does, it looks like Steve Austin enough, I guess. So there's that. As far as his articulation, of course, he's your standard WWE elite. I think he's on like a Stone Cold body in a sense. Articulation is weird. His legs doesn't want to kick that well. I don't know what's up with that, but it's still pretty much the standard articulation. You got your boot cut and all of that. There you go. While I'm not like a super mold connoisseur for WWE elites, looks good enough to me. And yeah, I think that's cool. So next, we're gonna do some comparisons with the old Ringmaster. Be right back. All right, so we got one comparison for the Ringmaster. We've got the WWE Elite Series 100 Stunning Steve Austin. Obviously, this figure came out last year or 2 years ago. Can't remember, but I got him, reviewed him on the channel. So there'll be a link to that one in the end of the video. But these are your early Steve Austin appearances. But we got one more to go with that, because I do have a Stunning Steve Austin from the Hollywood Blondes that I've been sitting on for years, waiting for them to make a new Brian Pillman, which they've done. So both of them will be getting reviewed on the channel here in a bit. But there you go. That's your comparisons. As you can see, they both have the same chest, which I believe is like a custom chest that they did for Steve Austin. And you know, they both have, he still had hair then. Now he's got the buzz cut. And I guess one thing I should mention is that you can use this one to make superstar Steve Austin from the end of his time at ECW, when he cut the promo after he lost his title match against Mikey Whipwreck. So, there's customization options on this version of the Ringmaster as well. All right, that's all I got for now. Gonna move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts on WWE Elite Monday Night War Ringmaster Greatest Hits. This is a figure that, I've wanted for a long time. I had considered getting the old Ringmaster. In fact, a buddy of mine went to a flea market and they had them there, like literally just this weekend, just passed. But I knew about this one and I knew that was the old one. So obviously, I'd rather have the upgraded version. So there we go. We got him. Here he is. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't really normally do like displays of like one guy, but I do have kind of a display like that. I have a bunch of Thanos Hero Clicks figures that are all just sort of arrayed. Um, I don't know why I started it, but they're all there. Thanos, Taraxia, a bunch of Thanoses. So if there was somebody I was going to do something like that for, it'd probably be Steve Austin. Over in the Star Wars world, it'd probably be Darth Vader. Shelf of Darth Vaders. I have enough to do that. But I just like collecting my Steve Austin figures. I'm weird. Leave me alone. As far as I'm concerned, this figure's a 9, and that's where I'm gonna go. Where I got a figure rank for that. I'm gonna get out of here. Um, we got more WWE elites coming for sure. It's not a major thing on the channel, but it is something that I'm very, very happy with. Very happy collecting the ones that I get. So I like to give them reviews when I can. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Yeah, this is not like a dedicated wrestling channel. I get it. There are guys who are going to be doing this way better than me. But I do like to give my perspective on whatever I collect. So there's that. So yeah, join us. That's going to do it for this one. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for all support. And until next time, everybody stay safe. Happy collecting. See you on the next video. Peace.
The way I got it figured.